Hey y'all, welcome to Denisha's Shit Show. I am just coming back from Zumba and getting situated back at the house. I'm ready to break my fast. It's like 1 in the afternoon. Actually, I was back a little while ago. I just was kind of, where did the time go? It's already 1. Anyways, that's life. But I was doing some things around the house, starting laundry and shuffling things around once I got in, unpacking my bag and whatnot. My Zumba instructor, her name is Jamila, but it's spelled Yamila, and I just found out today that I've been mispronouncing it. Like actually pronouncing the Y as Ya, but she's Cuban, black, and Spanish speaking, and so her name is actually pronounced Jamila. So, fun fact, learned something new today. Did some Zumba in person with her, which is cool because usually she just teaches on Zoom, but she's subbing for one of her friends that has an in-person studio. So that was fun. And I certainly worked up an appetite. So one of the things that I like to do, I'm not so good at pre-planning my meals, which, I'm trying to work on it, but I do just try to be getting my macros, and I also try to use things that need to get used up. So sometimes I base my meal on like, this is about to go, I better hurry up and cook it, do something with this one. So don't judge me, you guys. I'll show you some things that I have that I'm like, I just need to get these, use these up. And it's some good options, but one of them, let me see, hold on. These guys, I couldn't help but like kind of want it when I was going through the freezer section, and I was thinking it would be good, and I just did the microwave, and oh Lord, I didn't realize it was open. It was nasty. So, but then I used to watch the show Chopped a lot. I stopped watching it because it was just like, they always got the black people off first, and I didn't feel like they judged. I felt like the bias was always a thing there, and I just couldn't watch it anymore. But I did like how they would just take something that's not so great or high quality and challenge the contestants to make something good. So I was gonna try to think of like what I could do with these. I was thinking like I'll refry the meat to get it brown because it's like gray after you microwave it. So we're gonna actually sear it on the stove, and then I was gonna like toast the bun. I don't think I'm gonna add cheese. I've been trying not to add cheese because I do have to be mindful of my cholesterol. So I just and I just have a bunch of cheddar too. So no cheese, but I have an onion I need to use up. This little piece of tomato, this little half of an avocado, and I did just get a bag of jalapenos, but I also have cream cheese, and I also have a little bit of I know this is bad, all this red 40 and other things, but it tastes good sometimes, and I go more by the 80-20%, which is I don't sit up and overly police myself and restrict myself because it's just not sustainable. And so I do eat some bullshit. This is Denisha's Shit Show. I eat a little bit, just to satiate my cravings. So I was gonna cut this, get the seeds and stuff out, put a little bit of cream cheese, and put these little bit of, it's literally like that much. It's almost irritating that my daughter saved this amount, but I'm gonna use it to garnish my jalapeno and cream cheese. And I had forgot that I had these blackberries in the fridge, so I'm glad to add those to my meal today. And then have just a little bit of grapes. I started to save them for my daughter because she really likes the grapes, and we'd be like trying to race each other to get the most. So maybe I'll do half of the grapes and half of the blackberries, and we both get a little bit of each. My other daughter is away with her boyfriend most of the time, and my 17-year-old son is with his dad most of the time. And then my 9-year-old, he's visiting, having his time with his dad, but he should probably be back later this week. So it's been me and my 15-year-old, right? You know, our summer program and just life with shared custody. You know, it changes. But yeah, recently it's been me and my 15-year-old daughter, and woo, y'all pray for me. We get along when we get along, and when we don't get along, Lord have mercy. But yeah, we're a lot of like in many regards, but she be forgetting I'm the mom and we ain't friends. But we are friends, but I'm not her little friend. Y'all know. But we also have this little, this is cilantro. I thought this was parsley. Oh, and that reminds me, I do want to use, some of the ranch. We made a homemade ranch yesterday with just a little bit of the last of Greek yogurt. This is the whole milk Chobani Greek yogurt, 16 grams of protein per serving. Or what is that? 15 grams of protein per serving for like 3/4 cup, which I always do more, so it's a little bit more protein for me in my servings. But we use that for our ranch, and then a little bit of mayo, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt, and some fresh chopped parsley. Fresh really goes a long way. You could use the dried parsley. I would say with dried herbs, if you put it in your hand and kind of rub it on the way into whatever you're using it, that kind of wakes up the flavor again, because you know, dry herbs just sitting there, they can get kind of bland tasting. So when you kind of like rub it really good, it's just like just loosens up the aromatics in the herbs. So that's a tip with that. But fresh parsley really is good in ranch. It gives that taste. So that's the ranch recipe that we do, and I want to use some of that. So that has fresh parsley. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the cilantro. Oh, maybe I'll put that on top of the jalapeno, the cream cheese, fresh cilantro, and then the crumbs of these things. So you guys, I'm trying to hide the dishes. I did rinse everything really good before I'm about to put it in the dishwasher, but it is like dishes over there for you judgy people. Don't judge me if you do get a sight of it. And then I have a bunch of laundry that I need to fold on the other. I'm trying to like keep the camera so you guys can't see. But if you get a sight of it, don't judge me, okay? And if you could get a whiff, don't judge me either, because I just came from Zumba class. I was sweating. I must have did a quick movement, and I was like, ooh, child, your pheromones. We need to go get some soap on there, on that ass. But we'll do that in a second, because I need to eat. That's another thing for working out, especially if you're building. Ideally, I'm already past my little window, but what I was going to say is ideally you would want to eat and get some good protein within 45 minutes of your workout. And that's pretty much any workout, but especially with weights, because if you're trying to get gains, that window is when your body is more like ready to absorb and use those protein and calories to like support the growth and the gains that you're trying to get. So that's why I'm like, I already was moving a bunch of stuff around as soon as I got in here, forgot to eat, and so now I'm gonna eat before I take my shower. So anyways, we're going to get these patties. I'm gonna just put them onto a plate, just separate the meat patties out, and I'm gonna slice the stuff that I'm gonna use. We'll get the little breads. Sorry, I forgot about the camera. You guys on the background, I don't know if you could hear my music. This is Ebro on Apple Music. On Apple Music, he has his radio station from 12 to 2. It's the Ebro Show, and it's really good. So if y'all have iTunes on your phone, tune into Ebro Show on the Apple channel from 12 on Pacific time here in Seattle. So from And this, it feels flimsy, like it's gonna break. So I'm trying to be delicate here because I want to still actually use the bun that it came with. So I'm not cheating, but actually I might just, because sometimes they do that on Chopped too. They just, you don't have to use every part of a thing. You could use a piece. So yeah, I'm not gonna use this bread. This bread is no bueno. But yeah, I really like this. I didn't realize his show was on at this time, but I happened to turn on my music, and it just went there. Praise the Lord. And I'm like, okay, I like this show. You know, check him out. So there's the meat. It looks really nasty too, like on its own. I don't know why it's like Swiss cheese for some reason. Where the 5, I don't know if that's like a design they do. Let's see what the other patties look like. Oh yeah, it's like some kind of signature stamp on their meat patties. Goodness gracious. I hope you guys don't end up hearing my stomach growling. Is she ready to bark? Girl, you know you should have been ate a while ago. That's where I am not getting a lot of my gains, because I'd be all on the workout part, and then it just, some days I overeat, but a lot of the time I forget to eat. Or usually the days that I overeat are actually days that I also forgot to eat. So then by the time I really start getting an appetite, I overeat. So I do intermittent fasting and usually like eat my first meal around noon. But sometimes it's just like my appetite is not appetizing. But then once it does, it's like, oh no, girl, you well past your workout window and now you want to like overload. So I get fat in the wrong areas doing that, and then I miss my gains. It's so funny. I know people when they see me from the front, because the way my hips and thighs look, you would just assume that the ass is fat. And then I'd turn around and they'd be like, oh shit, catfished. It was like, I didn't tell you to be looking in the first damn place. Okay, so this bread was like so wet, it's sticky, but that's probably, I'm gonna season it good and that might actually make the meat taste better. But yeah, for some reason it still does have these little holes in it. That's what we need to realize, you guys, about these processed foods. But I'm gonna eat it today. I'm gonna treat myself to some bullshit. I hope this video doesn't go too long. It's already 13 minutes and I'm just moving slowly. I be so energetic, but my workouts, they really do like wipe me, because I really just put it all in there. And so it takes me a while to reset, if I'm able to, because some days after my workouts, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna really relax. I'm gonna be off on this couch today doing some reading. Shit. That's why, like, I'm realizing as I'm older, them 2-hour workouts, it's almost not productive if it wipes me. So now I'm, you know, a lot of the workouts I do with Pilates Body Raven, hers are like under 30 minutes, but you know, they really are effective in every area. So I could really maximize my results without burning myself out. So I do like workouts like that. You guys know I'm working on becoming an instructor myself, but that's one thing that I really want to learn and focus on is being more strategic in how much time, maximizing. That's why those full body moves where you're just like burning so much in one set or whatever is a really good way. And I'm learning a lot from her, like how, you know, I will also want to train myself and train clients when I start taking on clients or teaching classes. I may start like volunteering at the Y or something initially, or community centers. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna throw this bread away. It's just like wet and mushy and not good. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna brown this meat. God bless it. I just started eating meat. I don't know how many of y'all remember I was like vegetarian for about 3 years. I tried vegan for a few months, but that was really hard going without, excuse me, I don't know, it just flew out my mouth. It was really hard going without egg and dairy, especially. Like I could go without the meat, but my chi, and then a lot of I was like leaning too hard on the processed meats, like Impossible Meats and the little fake cheeses. So I just switched back, but I just try to do everything in moderation. Yeah, but we gotta be mindful of like not doing too many processed foods, but every so often it's like whatever. You can't be perfect. You know what I might actually do? Because I fried plantain the other day, and then I just didn't feel like doing away with the oil. I know some of y'all don't reuse oil, but I do. So I'm going to actually fry these patties to really get them crispy. So I'm going to season them and fry them. So that's one of the things I'll do is start heating the oil. I'll bring it about to medium high while it's heating. 1 second while I grab the seasonings. Okay. Hey, dang, I'm recording. Usually when songs I like come on, I'll be like, hold on, gotta add this to my playlist. The girl has a good little flow to the show. I like this. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look how much I get granulated. I don't know. I feel like it is different. I get granulated garlic and onion. It doesn't say onion powder. I think it's just a matter of how fine it is. Like granulated is a little bit more coarse, where powder is like more fine. And I like the flavor and way that granulated seasons better. And also in certain things, it adds a little more texture. Like if it ends up being a coating, like on this meat here. So what I'm gonna, I should put it out on a, I'm gonna put it on this so I could just season them all. Oh, and I gotta be mindful that my oil is heating up, because sometimes I start heating my oil up too soon and damn forget that it's getting hot. Matter of fact, let me turn it down to medium while it's heating up, while I'm still seasoning. So I like nutritional yeast. I told y'all I'm not using cheese, but this adds a cheese flavor that I like. And I have some Greek. I like the different flavors in here. It has black pepper, garlic, onion, and like oregano and some other things. And then I just always use, I love Tabitha Brown. And so I always like, wherever I see her stuff, I try to get it. And then this one is an all-purpose seasoning with garlic, ginger, pineapple, and mango. And I find like just a little bit of this and almost everything adds a little something that I like. So then I just have black pepper and Himalayan sea salt. And that's all my seasoning. So let me put it on there. Can you guys see? Yeah. Do a little salt bay here. From up top, here's that Sunshine seasoning by Miss Tab. And now I'm going to do a little bit of the last of my granulated onion powder. I need to go and get some more of these. Okay, and I just shake it all over. I'm going to wipe the table down, so I'm not going to worry about mess. I just want to get a, oh, let me move my water. Just want to get a good, like, dusting over it. And I'm going to do all of that on the other side. Get the garlic. I know a lot of people get these big things and then transfer it to like the cute little pretty containers so they could be all lined up perfectly on display. I always wanted to be a girl like that, but I just never could tap into it. I don't care that much. I just want the seasoning. It don't gotta be in this perfect little pretty bottle. But I would like to have my seasonings more organized. They're all like shoved into a cabinet where I have to like move everything around to see them. So I wish I did have like a big wall with shelves so I could put them on there. But I don't mind using the having them in this container versus a pretty little container. But these things do go a long way to change how you feel sometimes if you're a person like that. So if you're a person like that, by all means, you have to support what makes you happy. For me, like I enjoy having more time to do other things, so that's why like I don't do that. But a lot of people, just the act of doing like taking the time to do that is therapeutic for them. And then when they see everything in a pretty assortment and lined up, organized, nice, it also makes them feel better. So if you know that about yourself, embrace that and start doing those things, because happiness is a choice and a practice. It's not just like based on like, oh, what is happening to you. It's like, what are you doing to advocate for your own happiness? And no matter if it seems silly to somebody else, that's why I wanted to clarify, like, that's not my thing, but for whose ever thing that is, that's great. Keep doing it, because ain't nobody else gonna sit up and make you happy. So if you know that makes you happy, good. And also be mindful of that when you're like with friends and partners, because sometimes we choose partners that are not compatible with our different little quirks. Like if you're a person that has to have everything pretty and nice like that, and you have somebody constantly that is like, you know, not on that same page with you, it could be a little bit of, you know, some added tension to a relationship. I've heard of people like divorcing over these things. Like one person is really neat and clean, and the other person is like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. Let's just clean it later. Let's do what we're doing right now. And some people are just like, no, like I can't do anything right now unless we're doing it in a clean setting, you know? So be mindful of these things. Don't try to change people. Just choose the right people in the first place. And that will save you a lot of headache in the long run. Shit, spending 17, well, we were together basically more 20 years, but like married about 17, I think, with my kid's dad. And to find out, like, after all those years that we really didn't even like each other that good. Like, we weren't compatible in many regards. So it's like, no shit, Sherlock, we were gonna have problems because we had different ways and we were trying to change each other, and that does not work. So get somebody you like in the first place, that you're compatible with. Find out about somebody before you just start making all these life plans, and then you realize like you guys don't think about how you raise kids together the same way. That was another big thing in mine. Like, we had different ideas. We still have a tough time co-parenting because of our different ideas. So, okay, I could smell the oil starting to heat up. Did I put everything on there? Did I do the onion powder in this one? I guess you can't have too much. It's gonna add a coating on there too, so I don't mind. I did do salt, right? Did I do a little bit of the sunshine on this one? I know I did. I could see. Oh no, I didn't do the nutritional yeast. Let me do that. Okay. Okay, y'all. Let's see. Ooh, I've got little flakies in this oil I didn't see in that other lighting. Can y'all? Excuse me. Don't judge, you guys. Oh no, hold on. It's coming out of the tripod. 1 second. Oh Jesus. That's why I needed protection. I told my kids, like, y'all need to learn this stuff so you could help me with my channel. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna take these. These are my clean metal tongs, even though they're like more for the grill actually, but that's okay. Okay, this oil is on medium. Not too hot. You can see it's not smoking, but it does get a nice sizzle. Okay. I'm gonna let that cook a little bit. I'm actually gonna switch because I'm worried that these are delicate, and by using these tongs, when I try to grab, they might end up breaking. Damn it, man. Because I have all these dishes stacked up, I can't. Let me try to move stuff so I can bring the tripod back a little bit more and y'all can see better. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's flip this one. This thin little... What did I just do with the... Oh, see, every time I'm cooking. Let me move. I got my hair braided too. I gotta watch out. It's flammable. Okay, there we go. Be careful so not to splash. There we go. That's better. Yeah, you guys see that? It looks kind of like chicken fried steak actually, because the seasonings did, especially because I put a lot of garlic powder and onion powder, and there was that kind of wet mushy bread from the buns that we didn't want. It created like a thing on the outside, so it's like chicken fried steak kind of. And you know, if you go to Denny's and you get that meat, it's like, is this steak? What is this? So it's the same with this dang White Castle meat. What is this? But it's good. I'm gonna eat it. Shit. It's seasoned good. That's what did make being vegetarian alright, because really, if you season anything and cook it really good, it is good. It doesn't have... Meat is actually kind of disgusting sometimes when you think about it, and when you look at it, even other meat that's not this weird White Castle meat, but we just kind of tolerate it because if we season it really good and get it nice and crispy, and you could do that with a potato, with a mushroom, you know, artichoke, all kinds of things. So I am like realizing that I learned that like you do not have to have meat, but I do like to have it sometimes. So we're going to just let this crispy up a little bit more. I'm not even gonna bother to put a napkin on there because I feel like the remaining oil will just absorb onto it and keep its crispiness. Sometimes when you put stuff on a paper towel or whatever, you kind of make it soggy actually, because it's just like sitting on the napkin in the oil. So it just depends on what it is, but a lot of the time I'll use an oil rack and just like have so many dishes clean, get to the dishwasher already. I did already just like pre-clean them. I ain't trying to add too much work now. Okay, so this is about good. If you could see that, and then just kind of the oil is dripping off, and then get it over here. Do that. Ooh, my stomach is literally about to start barking. Got to that point where it's like I'm almost nauseous because I'm hungry, and probably like thinking about it is already getting acid. You know, when you think about food and you haven't eaten, the first part of your digestion is like your mouth starts to salivate to prepare for digestion, and also the acid starts to build up already, preparing to break your food down. So you cannot be in that window too long where you're like getting hungry. Ooh, that used to get me mad when I was pregnant. I would turn into a she-devil if we were like hungry and trying to think about where we were gonna eat, and it started taking too long. So it's hot as heck today, but I usually try not to turn my oven on, but I don't have my air fryer, so I'm gonna use the broil to get some kind of bread. I have a few different bread options, but Let's go. I just turned it on broil. Let's see. I'm gonna take this back over here to the table. And here it is. See, now it's like nice and brown. This is probably what that beef bacon is like, because I haven't tried beef bacon, but it's like thin and crispy. So, wait! So I imagine it's probably like that. I'm gonna try some of that. I'm gonna get all these seasonings out of the way before I put them all back. You guys, I'm like trying to figure this out in real time, so forgive me. And yeah, I'm kind of raw and uncut here. My daughter was like, you should really try to learn how to go through your videos and edit the best parts. And I was like, I don't want to. But I told her, you should learn how to do that and you could edit my videos. Otherwise, people are stuck with these long, unfiltered videos that don't even show me in the camera half the time. And let me rinse off my jalapeno. Oh yeah, hold on. We gotta decide what bread do we want. Okay, so here's the ones that I'm thinking about. I get blessed to have food banks right around for me, and they always have really good fresh bakery bread. So this one is from Macrina, which is a local bakery. And it is really good to get more fresh bread, because if you notice a lot of these breads in the stores, they have a lot of chemicals in there, and dough softeners and conditioners and gums and different things that is not natural. Like, a lot of people think they have to be gluten-free, but it's not that you have to be gluten-free. It's that the gluten products that you're getting are so heavily processed and have all these additives that your gut does not agree with. But sourdough is particularly good, but sourdough from a local bakery that uses minimal ingredients is even better, or even making your own. My step instructor, she makes her own, and she has, okay, yeah, that's one thing. She has a blog that she does with recipes and how to make your own bread and how to do your own starter kit for sourdough, but I just don't have the capacity. Maybe another point in my life, like when everybody's doing sourdough during the pandemic, I didn't jump on the bandwagon then either. But anyways, what do you guys think? Sourdough, this is rustic whole wheat sourdough from the Essential Baking Company, or Everything Bagel from Macrina. I think because we have 4 pieces of meat, and it's not one of those bagels that actually has the tiniest hole and you could kind of use it like a bun. So I'm going to use some sourdough and build my sandwich with that, since it's more, hopefully I can find a piece that doesn't have too many holes in it. Let's see, guys. Yeah, this is pretty good, and it's a big piece, so I'm gonna just put this in there and then cut it in half. I keep my breads in the fridge because, especially with them being fresh and not all the preservatives, they mold faster, but they hold longer in the fridge. Luckily. So I'm gonna just get this. I put it on the middle rack, so it, no, actually this time I'm gonna put it on the top rack that's closer under the broiler, so it could actually cook faster. But sometimes I put it on the middle rack so it doesn't overdo it too fast. So, but while we're doing that, I'm going to, did I already rinse this? I don't know. I'll have to play back and see, but I'm gonna rinse it again just in case. They say rinsing barely does anything, and even I seen some commercial on YouTube advertising some device and saying even that trick that some people do. I thought the cover, I was like gonna go like this, but the cover's not even on it. Let's see. This is how I cut my jalapeno. I just kind of slice it like that and come up the side. But what was I saying? I forgot what the heck I was talking about. Oh well, y'all, I'm sorry. I forgot what the hell. But at least I'm keep moving on this damn sandwich because I'm hungry. Okay, I usually do it better than this, but whatever. That's the thing when you're hungry. Sometimes you start to hit a wall in your work. Is not your best quality, but that's just a reminder. Like, don't wait too long next time. Be more mindful. But use this for intel, like when you notice things about. That's what I'm telling myself too, because like I'll be like, see, I got too hungry. I missed my window. I'm not gonna get gains. My video is not that good, and it's like it's just so unproductive to think like that. Even though you do want to take inventory and review, like, okay, yes, I want to eat. I want to like have a plan next time when I go to Zumba and I know I come home and I'm unpacking and doing things, like maybe already have something kind of prepared so that once I step back in the house, or maybe have a protein bar already in my purse so that before I even come home to like really cook a meal, I already have some nutrients getting right in my system because so it's just learning these things, but don't beat yourself up and just don't think it's all or nothing, because that's the thing too. When I'm trying to be better, I just want everything to be better all at once, and I don't have a great threshold for grace for myself to just be patient. Oh no! What did I do? I forgot what I was doing. I was trying to keep my, okay, so now I know what I'm gonna do. I was trying to keep my jalapeno flat and put the cream cheese over it and do that and have that on top of the sandwich, but now I'm gonna just, instead of using mayo and mustard, because I was gonna have this separate, like on the side from my sandwich actually. I thought. I don't know what I was thinking. But now what I'm going to do is use this for my bread. And then I'll just garnish this on top of that. And with some of the chips. And with some of the cilantro. So we'll see. We're going to do a little bit of everything. But I'll show you how just like take a little bit of all the things in your fridge and you can come up with something good. I'm flipping my toast over so it doesn't get too burnt. I'm gonna cut this off. Oh no, I took too much out. I still want that piece. I'd like get some of the outer pieces were looking kind of soggy. Okay, so I'm gonna just slice these thin. I like really thin sliced onions, especially when they're raw. Be really careful. A lot of the time in cooking they teach you like this, but just in any case, like just watch your thumb especially, because that's the one that's kind of like just right there. Matter of fact, I could tell this is dangerous, so I'm cutting this little piece off here. Instead of trying to like slice down this skinny side, I turn it flat and then just finish slicing this way. Hey, and be careful, my knife almost slipped. It's kind of dull, that's why. Dull knives are actually more dangerous than sharp, because dull knives will slip on the food thing instead of slicing right through. So that slip is what can cause some of that was soggy, and get that soggy piece out of there. Ew. I don't like soggy. No. Okay. All right, so my bread is, it doesn't get too brown, but it's nice and crispy. So I'm gonna get a plate to kind of build. Excuse my hair. Oh, and this, I got this out actually. This is a good way. This is what I was supposed to snack on while I was trying to do all this. Excuse me, this is hard. Okay. Olives, like pickled olives, is a great prebiotic to prepare your gut before you eat your other food, because it's like helping it's helping feed your little digestion buggies. Like the probiotics I think help you digest, but the prebiotics like help your digestion, the probiotics. So olives is a great start before you start eating any kind of fermented food to get your stomach ready, or even after, or kombucha. So yeah, and plus they're fatty. So that's a great, those are queen olives with the pimento pepper. I've been on some olives lately. I will cook some olives up, excuse me. Okay. Okay, so just don't mind that we need to clean up our station. But here's the bread. I'm going to spread my, oh wait, you know what, I'm gonna make it open face. I don't even want to cut it in half. I'm gonna make it open face and just eat it like a pizza. So I'm gonna put a nice, this is whipped cream cheese. Sorry you guys to show the plate. My head is out and my fat roll is in. Goodness gracious. Okay, well this is the last of this whipped one, so I had just barely enough. But we're gonna make it enough. Hey. Yay. Okay. So we got that going. And what do you guys think? What should I put on first? Should we put the meat on first and top it with the veggies? Oh my God, I don't know, because the chips were supposed to stick to the... Okay, I'm gonna put the chips on first because the chips need to stick to the chip crumbs. Can you guys see? They need to stick to the cheese, because otherwise the crumbs will just be falling out of your sandwich or off of your open face sandwich, and that would be irritating. So we're gonna like press it into the cream cheese. So that's dictating our first step right there. You gotta be thoughtful. Like some things I don't, for instance, I used to think I didn't like BLT because some people will make it like with the tomato right on top of your bacon. And what does a tomato do? It squeezes out juice, so then like your freaking bacon is not crispy anymore. So I like to make sure that like there's a good amount of lettuce, and I use onion and avocado too usually for a BLT. But I like to make sure that those things are between the tomato and the bacon so that the bacon doesn't get all wet and soggy. So you gotta think about the order of how you compile your foods, like what's gonna make more sense. I think I'm gonna just have the meat as a crispy top. It's not gonna be the prettiest that way, but we'll figure it out. But I think, oh excuse me, my hands are crazy. But I think this is the way to go. I'm just playing it by ear. Okay, sue me if I did it wrong, you guys. Somebody else wanted to do something different. You're like, oh, put the meat on first. Then you should have put the cream cheese on the meat. I don't know. Okay. And so now my onions have stain for my fingers. I want more onion. I'm gonna take some more of these slices. Okay. And so then, okay, I know. I'm gonna put the tomato. I'm gonna put some of my cilantro on this part. Then I'm gonna go ahead and line up my meat on here to be like a crispy topping here. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this little piece of tomato that we had. And this knife is dull. So one thing, if your knife is dull, you can kind of like pre-poke. And then once you do that, that kind of scores the tomato to slice through more cleanly. If you have a knife that's not so sharp like how mine is. So this is gonna pretty up our top so we do have some color. Because I always think about presentation, which just with the brown alone, I don't want to move the camera in case it's not, I don't know if you guys can see. That looks good, but I feel like when we add some more color on top to create a contrast, so I'm going to do it down the middle. So the brown does shine, the crispy brown next to the red. I know one time this girl, she was when I had a job as a cook, and she was like an apprentice cook, so she was higher than me and training me, but I just had common sense, and I know there was some salmon dish that it was like, had green, and she covered the whole salmon with the green, so you didn't even see the contrast of the pink and green. And it's like, girl, nobody should have had told you that you don't cover the entire pink of the salmon like you do like a nice green strip down the middle so the pink still shines. So if you guys can see that, oh no, damn it, why did I try to do that? Okay, I'll just move the camera when I'm done so you guys can get a top view, because it does look nice and that does make a difference with your food. So then I'm gonna sometimes to get this, no, that's not gonna work. Actually, just scoop that out. There's different ways to get the seed out, but you guys be careful, because I seen on the news they were saying a lot of people come into ER because of avocados trying to get the seed out, doing the knife thing, and they don't know how to, like, or they dig the knife too far through something. But y'all be careful, okay? Don't be cutting yourself just to get the avocado seed out. Do it carefully. Because I was going to say sometimes if you just squeeze the half, the seed will kind of scoop up. But otherwise, you could just take a spoon and scoop it out. But don't go like this, because that's what people are doing, like holding the avocado half and going like this into the seed and trying to. That is never smart to go towards your hand with a food like this. Like, any way that you can find to keep the knife and the sharp part or the pointy part away from you is always the better move. Okay, so I'm gonna line these avocado up too so that they shine too. We want everybody to shine. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on that too. And then I'm gonna just put this last of the cilantro. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Ciao. Okay. And if I have any, oh no, I used all the crumbs. Okay. I'm gonna take some of that ranch. Hold on. My hands are disgusting. 1 second, guys. Yeah, because I was going to put some salt and pepper on this to season it more. But actually, I just want to use some of this ranch. I'm going to drizzle that over the top. You guys are not going to see me eat this because I'm about to go ham. And it's not going to be pretty. But I just want to show y'all, like, eating. This is a decent meal. And I just refreaked those little White Castle. I'm gonna rinse my berries, excuse me. Those little White Castle patties. And I'm quite excited about this. Oh, I will put some pepper. I always like the way that pepper looks on top of things, especially white things. The coarse ground pepper is always gonna look so nice. So, oh wait, I'm gonna put this one on the plate. Saving my daughter half of these blackberries, and I'm gonna do half of the grapes. Oh wow, is that? Excuse me. Okay, just a second, y'all. I'm trying to get some grapes separated here because I want to get my share of grapes now. These grapes are good too. It's hard to find decent grapes. Either they're too mushy sometimes, or the skin is so tough that you can't even chew them down. Like some grapes, all I could do is get the juice from it, and then freaking, and I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I cannot ever really enjoy any type of sandwich, open face or otherwise. I can, you know, because I'm thankful like that, and I try not to complain, but my preference is to always have some chips on the side of my sandwich. So I just have some Lay's here that I'm gonna go ahead and just give myself a little bit of indulgence. So see, this is what happened. I go without eating, and then I'm so hungry. But really, the amount of calories that I burn in a day with my workouts and just my lifestyle, that's how I still maintain thin physique. And these are good macronutrients. So let me see. I'm gonna make sure. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot. I was gonna put some cracked black pepper on here to give it that really nice finished look on the. So let's see. Oh shoot, guys! You know why isn't it showing? There, you guys can see grapes, blackberries. So also it's good to eat from the rainbow because every different color has certain other nutrients that we need. So when you're eating from the rainbow, like greens, purples and blues and reds and orange things, you're more likely getting all of your nutrients even if you're not taking multivitamins. And so then the olives are good healthy fat. The avocados, healthy fat. So we have lots of complex carbs, protein with the meat, and also everything has a little bit of protein in it, and especially when you pair different things together. So even our plant foods have protein in it. But yeah, the chips, the jalapenos, the onions, the cilantro, these little White Castle burger patties that we fried up. And then we have it kind of got covered up actually with the ranch. But you know, we have the strip of tomatoes and avocado right here with more cilantro and ranch and fresh cracked pepper and the Lay's. And I'm about to grub, so y'all have a blessed day. But if you have things in your fridge that you need to use up, don't automatically, because I was going to throw those away thinking like, ugh, when I microwaved them, they were nasty. But I'm glad I came up with that idea, even though I did throw away the bread, which was not good quality. The patties, I believe, I'll tell you guys how it turned out. But I know it's good because I'm hungry. All right. Love y'all. See you next time.